You're broke because of bad money habits. So, these are the 5 money habits you need to get rid of in life. Habit 1 is paying yourself last. Most people follow this sequence. They earn money, pay bills, and spend on necessities. And whatever little remains goes to savings. But this approach definitely misunderstands wealth building. When you pay yourself last, you're prioritizing everyone else's financial well-being above your own. Your power bills, restaurants, and entertainment venues get paid. And you? You end up with nothing. Think about it. No business would survive if it paid all its expenses and only then considered profit. This is precisely how most people manage personal finances. So, what you need to do is implement the pay yourself first principle. The moment your income arrives, immediately transfer a percentage to savings or investments. Start with 10% if possible, but even 5% creates the habit. You can also set up automatic transfers so this happens without requiring willpower. Remember, this isn't about having less to spend now. It's about prioritizing your future self. When savings become your first bill, not your last consideration, your financial perspective shifts. Habit 2. No financial goals. The second habit is living without clear money goals. Many people have unclear wishes. I want to be rich, or I want money freedom. But unclear dreams lead to unclear results. Without clear goals, your money choices don't have meaning, since you don't have a system to help you decide. Every time you buy something, it's just a random action, not part of a bigger plan. This lack of direction leads to a money life where you just react to things instead of planning for them. It's like going on a trip without knowing where you're going. You'll end up somewhere, but probably not where you really want to be. So, set smart money goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Instead of saying I want to save, be clear and say, I will save $10,000 for a house deposit by December 2026. Make 3 kinds of goals. 1 is the short-term goals. These are immediate goals that build financial discipline. They give you focus now, this week, this month, or the next 90 days. Like saving your first $10,000 in 2 months. Whereas medium-term goals stretch across 1 to 3 years. These connect your daily actions to a clear path. For example, launching a side business or paying off debts. But long-term goals define your vision, 5 to 10 years or even more. This is where you're ultimately headed. Financial freedom, owning a home, or mastering a skill. They're strategic and require patience, but they reshape your life. So write your goals down and check them every week. Every money choice you make should be compared to these goals, because a money decision becomes either a step toward or away from those goals. This kind of clarity changes how you think about money, from emotional and random to smart and planning. Habit 3 is having expensive hobbies and friends. The third habit involves your social environment and lifestyle choices. Your financial situation is the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't coincidence, it's social influence. When your social circle normalizes expensive restaurants, frequent travel, and luxury purchases, these behaviors become your default. You begin to view these expenditures not as choices but as necessities, a trap. Similarly, expensive hobbies create ongoing financial drains. Slowly, they take away your money. You keep spending on things that bring short-term fun but no real value. Over time, your savings shrink and you fall behind financially. So, what do you need to do? First, audit your spending. Track every dollar spent on hobbies and social activities for 1 month. The results often reveal patterns you never noticed. Second, find lower-cost alternatives that provide similar benefits. If dining out is about connection, host potluck dinners. If your hobby is about traveling abroad frequently, go for local tours or camping trips that don't require constant purchases. Third, be the influencer, not the influenced. Suggest activities that align with your financial goals. Remember, this isn't about eliminating joy. It's about finding sustainable sources of fulfillment that don't compromise your financial future. Habit 4. Saving, not investing. The fourth habit is confusing saving with investing. Many people believe they're building wealth, yet actually they are falling behind. Saving money is storing current purchasing power. Investing is growing purchasing power. With average inflation at 3% annually, money sitting in a standard savings account is losing value every year. That $10,000 in savings will have the purchasing power of about $7,400 in just 10 years. This creates an illusion of financial progress. Your account balance rises, but your actual wealth declines. It's like running on a treadmill. Lots of effort, but no forward movement. The wealthy don't just save money, they put money to work. Investing systematically builds wealth through three primary mechanisms: compounding, inflation hedging, and superior returns. Compounding, the process where investment returns generate their own returns. It creates exponential growth rather than linear accumulation. A $1,000 investment growing at 10% annually becomes $1,610.51 in 10 years, with over 37.7% coming from compound growth. Another one is inflation hedge. Investing is better than saving because it acts as an inflation hedge. While money in savings loses value over time due to rising prices, smart investments like stocks or real estate tend to grow faster than inflation. This means your purchasing power is protected and even increased. Saving keeps your money still. Investing helps it stay ahead. To build real, lasting wealth, investing is the stronger defense against the silent erosion of inflation. Superior returns. While saving keeps your money safe, it barely grows, often below inflation. Investing puts your money to work, earning from stocks, bonds, or assets that appreciate. Over years, these returns compound, multiplying your wealth far beyond what savings accounts can offer. If you aim to grow, not just preserve, your money, investing is the smarter, long-term path. Understanding this distinction is crucial to building genuine financial stability. First, maintain an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. This isn't an investment. It's insurance against life's uncertainties. Beyond this safety net, begin investing consistently. Start with broad-based index funds if you're new to investing. These provide instant diversification and historically reliable returns. The power of compound interest depends more on time than on amount. Even small investments, given enough time, outperform larger investments started later. Habit 5. Not knowing your real income. One of the biggest reasons people stay broke is simple. They don't actually know how much money they really earn. You might know your salary or how much you earn per hour, but that's just the starting point. What really matters is what's left after taxes, insurance, retirement savings, and the costs of going to work. For example, you may earn $5,000 a month, but after taxes, health insurance, and other work costs, you might only have $3,200 left to spend. If you make spending choices based on the full $5,000, you're spending money you don't really have. Not knowing your real income makes it hard to manage your money wisely. You're guessing instead of making smart choices. So, how do you handle this? First of all, face the real numbers. Know exactly how much you earn. Not your gross salary, the number on your contract, but your actual take-home pay. This means subtracting taxes, deductions, and even work-related costs like transport or meals. What's left is what you truly have to work with. After, break it down. Break it into smaller portions, what you can use weekly or even daily. This makes your spending limits real and manageable because it shows you what you can afford day by day without overspending. This simple calculation brings discipline and helps you avoid running out of money before the month ends. The next is to check it regularly. Your financial situation is not fixed. It will always change due to expenses. That's why it's essential to revisit your numbers every few months. This habit keeps you grounded in your current reality, not outdated assumptions. But then the most important part is to spend it based on reality. Anchor your spending in what you actually have. It may feel limiting at first, but it's the path to true control. Knowing your earnings makes you start making better decisions that match your real financial situation. Habit 6 is a bonus one: fear of money. Many people are afraid to face their financial problems. You might avoid checking your bank balance, put off making a budget, or spend money to feel better when you're stressed. These are all signs of money fear. Studies show this fear often stems from bad experiences with money in the past, feelings of guilt or shame about your current finances, anxiety that you'll run out of money in the future. But this fear doesn't just impact your wallet. It can also affect your health, relationships, and even your performance at work. The more you avoid your finances, the worse things get. This increases your stress. So how do you fix this? Face your finances, slowly. Just like overcoming any fear, the key is to take small, manageable steps. Start by spending just 10 minutes a week reviewing your bank account, without judgment. Next, begin grouping your expenses into simple categories, like food, rent, and entertainment. Over time, create easy spending rules for each category, not to restrict yourself, but to give your money direction. Build a full plan. With clear goals and simple action steps, this step-by-step approach makes money feel less intimidating. Over time, it becomes just another part of life, something you can manage with confidence. Remember this: the habits that keep you broke aren't complicated financial tricks. They're simple but powerful problems. Real progress doesn't start with a bigger paycheck. It starts with awareness. Even high earners can stay broke if they don't address these habits. The solutions we've discussed today take effort and honesty. But if you apply them, you'll start building a strong foundation for your financial future. Your future depends more on how you manage your habits than how much you make. The gap between where you are now and where you want to be is often smaller than it seems. Sometimes it's just 6 habits and a bit of discipline away. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take control and make your money work for you.